Hey, how's it going? Today, I've once again reset the NBA playoff bracket, and I know we're on to the conference finals. The matchups are set, but don't worry, that factors into today's video. As you can see, the New York Knicks roster right here, Brunson, Towns, Bridges, Anunoby, it remains unchanged. This is the real deal. Same for the Timberwolves, Pacers, and OKC Thunder. I remember the 4 conference finals teams. They're all unchanged for this video. But what I've done for this video, as you can see here, I started the screen recording late. I did this earlier off camera, a fantasy draft of the 12 eliminated playoff teams thus far, but what you might have seen a second ago, I'm just going to rewind it. Anthony Davis was drafted 4th by the Grizzlies after Luka, Giannis, Jokic. Players from play-in teams are in this video. That's where Anthony Davis comes from, but the Mavericks and the 3 other play-in teams, the Kings, the Bulls, etc., they aren't in the video, just their players. I think, does that make sense? Long story short, as you can see here, I've got the accurate playoff bracket with all 16 teams competing. The 4 teams that have advanced to the conference finals, they have the exact same roster. I left it up to 2K to draft a team that can hopefully beat them. If that explanation doesn't make sense, whatever, man. Here are the rosters. The Bucks ended up with Tatum, Harden, DeRozan, interesting, Okongwu. It's a pretty good team. You'll notice each of our drafted teams are super balanced and very deep. That is the advantage they have. This is a pretty good Cavs team, Morant, Jalen. Injuries, as per usual, are off, so you saw Jason Tatum. Here's Kyrie back on the Celtics, which is fun, but this roster doesn't look as great. The Clippers only 190 overall. It's Cade with Old Man Jimmy, Jarrett Allen, Austin Reeves. Wow, okay, that's a really strong starting 5, 85 plus everywhere. The Grizzlies, we saw them pick AD 4th overall in that clip earlier. They ended up getting Trae Young. Alperen Şengün, their roster kind of falls off a bit quicker, but some good depth pieces. Dylan Brooks back in Memphis. The Miami Heat went crazy and took former Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis, Dame Lillard, Brook Lopez is there too with Derek Lively, Zach LaVine. I would say so far, just because of Giannis, Miami is my favorite. The Lakers, though, they went with old man Steph, who's cooking at a 97 overall on this roster. I mean, we'll let him cook. He's got Jaren Jackson Jr. and Draymond, a really sick defensive front court. Derek White, I mean, that's not bad around Steph. Speaking of not bad around a star, the Magic, they took Jokic 1st overall, I believe. They also drafted Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon, because why not, Norm Powell, Amen Thompson. Yeah, this team goes crazy. They're going to be the best team. I can feel it. The Nuggets, an interesting supporting cast around Luka. They give him Zubats, another Eastern European, Jalen Green, Tari Eason, Jabari Smith. I mean, we know Luka simulates like a beast. Maybe he can make it work. The Pistons end up with Evan Mobley, Franz Wagner, Darius Garland, a couple Cavaliers there. Bane, Suggs, Gafford will start at the 5. I like that. The Rockets went old man shopping. 40-year-old LeBron James with Kawhi Leonard, Domantas Sabonis, Giddey, Pritchard. I don't know. Oh, they got Klay too. Yo, it might be over. They got Klay Thompson. Last but certainly not least, the Golden State Warriors drafted themselves Donovan Mitchell, Bam Adebayo, Kristaps, Tyler Hero. Wow. So this might be the best starting 5. The bench is a little bit suspect. Wow, Golden State looks good. I don't think I explained the premise of this video well enough, but I'm sure you get it now. All right, so every player that has been eliminated from the playoffs or play-in has been redistributed. Will any of our 12 new look drafted teams be able to compete with OKC, Minnesota? Minnesota simulates so well. All right, let's get to it. Let's figure it out. Game 1 of the series in the books. I'm looking for the conference finals teams to be losing. Both Milwaukee and Detroit take a series lead. The Lakers as well. OKC, man, is anybody going to be able to touch OKC? They are up 2-0 on Memphis. Wait, Memphis steals a game. The Clippers are up 3-0. We only have one sweep. Yeah, only one sweep. The LA Clippers. That team was I didn't think that team. No, I did think that team was pretty good. Jimmy Butler, more top end talent than anything. Luka, wow, only 19 points a game. Yo, he was definitely distributing. Okay, yeah, that supporting cast did not work out for Luka. Elsewhere, OKC is on the verge of moving on. The Lakers were up 2-0. Yo, the Lakers, doesn't matter who's on their team, they cannot beat the Timberwolves. Both the Knicks and Pacers might lose, which would mean this experiment is already a success. Wait a minute, no. They all go to 3-2. Our 3 remaining, wait, let's see, OKC, are they gonna advance? No, all 4 of our conference finalists are off to a game 6. That's really interesting. Look at the parity in this league. I mean, it makes sense. The fantasy draft really balances things out. But let's go. I'm gonna simulate Memphis. Wait, first of all, who is on Memphis? Can they pull off the upset? Shea is averaging only 30 a game. I've seen him do worse. Trae Young, Anthony Davis, you gotta do better than 20 and 9, AD. Come on now. But here we go. I'll simulate this game 6, OKC Memphis. I think each of the other series will also simulate. We could have some teams advancing. We could have some conference finalists eliminated. Oh my gosh, dude. The Lakers, they're just cursed. They are just cursed. Anthony Edwards sees the purple and gold and just goes crazy. Oh, I was going to say goes crazy. Only 29 points a game. I've seen him do worse. Old man Steph, though, couldn't get it done. 25 a game. They went up 2-0. Actually, I didn't think this team was that great. My word, Draymond Green put up 0 points. That it. Oh, he shot 21% from the field. Dre, my guy. Okay, so the Timberwolves advance. We've got a bunch of game sevens. This is insane. I'm going to focus on the conference finalists. So let's go Indiana, Milwaukee. I think I can simulate. No, we got to go Knicks, Pistons first. The other two game sevens between fantasy drafted teams, we'll just let them cook on their own. Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, we're rewriting history on the 2025 playoffs. Already, the New York Knicks still push this team to a game seven. And I think these randomized teams should be better. I know we already saw Minnesota beat the Lakers, but with the fantasy draft, these teams were able to add extra piece. Anyways, this series did go 7. The Knicks, I mean, they obviously fought, but Detroit with Darius Garland, who else is on their team? Evan Mobley, Franz Wagner. That's a pretty good big three, and they get the job done. Brunson at 29. What about for this year? Yo, this Pistons team actually kept a lid on Jalen Brunson. He usually simulates unbelievably. Darius Garland only played 24 minutes. What? Brad, did the Pistons have Darius Garland coming off the bench? They do. Behind Jalen Suggs? I mean, it worked. They won a... That does not make sense, but I guess I'll let them cook. Sure. Questionable decision making, but you know what? We stand by it because the Pistons did take down the Knicks. Now, what about the Pacers? They're off to the East Finals in real life, but against this Bucks squad with Jason Tatum, they are on the verge. The Indiana Pacers, home court advantage. Pascal working on, who's that inside? Keegan Murray. Little turnaround fade. That was a makeable shot. Pascal couldn't get it. Murray back down the other way. Oh my gosh. I don't think Milwaukee has their closing. No, they do actually. Tatum's out there, DeRozan, Whitmore, Harden. They do not have a big man on the floor. Tatum misses the jumper. It doesn't look like they're trying to bring a substitution in. Is Jason Tatum playing the 5? Neesmith open on the wing. Bro, we're jumping in to watch straight bricks. This is crazy. Pascal is the biggest player on the floor for either team. All right, man. Do the Bucks have a dagger? James Harden going to work on Obi Toppin. Coming off the screen. Harden to the rim, drawing free throws, and 1. Yo, Doc Rivers getting carried to the second round. Both teams fell victim to the rotation glitch as now Tyrese Halliburton comes in with Miles Turner. Didn't even notice he wasn't there. The Bucks do have a big man now. It's Onyeka, who doesn't play much defense. I think this game is over. As our second Eastern Conference Finals team is eliminated, the Pacers and the Knicks. Halliburton was great this series as per usual, but Jason Tatum, 30 points, 8 rebounds, both Achilles stay intact. Look at what he can do. I didn't even clock it, but Orlando does beat Boston. That makes, oh yeah, Orlando was the Nikola Jokic team. The pseudo Denver Nuggets taking down Kyrie and the Celtics. I'm going to simulate through this Cavs Heat game because I don't really care either way. The 8 seed Miami Heat with Lillard. Oh yeah. How did Giannis and Dame have to go 7 against that? Anyways, our Eastern Conference is set. Let's see it though. OKC, Memphis. We've only got as Golden State. I quickly saw beat the Rockets. Not that it really matters. Can Memphis upset OKC? Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. They can. And now that I say it, was it really an upset? Memphis? Who is that? That was Trae Young, Anthony Davis. Shea had 46 and 8. His numbers were amazing, but it wasn't enough. Trae Young, 29 points, 8 rebounds a game. AD showed up. He's playing next to a true center in Alperen Şengün. He's got to be ecstatic, and it works out. I reset the playoff bracket, randomized all 12 non-conference finals teams, and only one conference final team survives. The Minnesota Timberwolves, of course. Impossible to kill them. Of the remaining teams, I don't know how it took them 7 games there, but I think Giannis, Dame, Levine, I mean, this team is juiced. The combination of adding some eliminated play-in team players, I mean, yeah, we shouldn't see Minnesota win. Standing in their way in the second round, Hero, Donovan. Oh yeah, Golden State was so good. I mean, look at this team on paper. Golden State, you gotta handle business here. Minnesota, get out of here. Minnesota takes game 1, of course. Are you kidding? Imagine if Minnesota still wins. All right, we got a 1-1 series in both. Minnesota's up 2-1. The Miami Heat on the verge of and completing a sweep of the Milwaukee Bucks. Jason Tatum's playoff run is over. His numbers did not look good in that second round. Fine. I don't know how it took them 7 games in round 1. I've said that a couple times, but Amen, Giannis, Dame, they come through with a sweep. This is unbelievable, man. How are they doing this? Anthony Edwards, He's not averaging 40 a game. They're really going to make the conference finals, aren't they? Nope. 2-2. 2-2. Or sorry, 3-2. 3-2 series. All right, it's not over. We got 3-2 series everywhere. Detroit, Orlando, that's going to go to 7. Clippers, Memphis, that's going to go to 7. Oh, and Timberwolves, Golden State also goes to 7. Didn't even realize that. Here we go. Our last conference finals team standing, the Minnesota Timberwolves. Can Golden State take them down? They are on the verge. They are on the verge. Golden State, they're down 2. Minnesota, home court advantage. Of course, Tyler Hero going to the rim. Foul. That is big time because I think the rotations. Yeah, we're going to watch a full 2 minutes here because if Minnesota's eliminated, I mean, we got a brand new champion. Like, we've got a new team. You know what I'm saying. Both teams make big substitutions. I see Donovan Mitchell out there with Hero, with Kristaps. This is a really good team. And Bam. How did they draft so many good people? I actually wish I could go back now in slow motion the draft results. I really didn't pay attention to them. I just built each roster as I saw it. Donovan Mitchell, a big time steal. Michael Porter Jr. is open in the corner. And you know MPJ shooting. As soon as that ball hits his fingertips, it's good. That's a big time 3. Anthony Edwards and his voodoo with Minnesota. They do not lose. Doesn't matter who their opponent is. Another steal by Donovan. 2 possessions in a row. Defensive playmaking. Now, can Golden State get another great shot off the defense? Donovan outside Tyler Hero. Working on old man Mike Conley, who probably shouldn't be out there right now. Donovan, pretty good look from 3, but Ant had his hand up. No whistles in a while. 1 minute left. And you know what? I knew Anthony was going to make that shot because it was so outrageous he attempted it. Anyways, a pull-up 2 in transition. It's a 1-point game. Hero going back at Mike Conley. I told you he shouldn't be on the floor. The pace in this game is insane. Golden State now up 3. They were down 2 when we jumped into this game. Minnesota, do you have any magic? Here comes Mike Conley off a screen. He's wide open. He's not shooting it. Naz Reid with the screen. Mike Conley inside. Has Ant wide open. 3. Wow. He bricked that. Anthony, that was wide open. Golden State has a chance to put the game away. Bam Adebayo, first touch in the clutch. You got to give that rock up, brother. This looks so ugly. Out to Kristaps, back to Tyler Hero. I can barely take a breath in this game. Mike Conley trying to defend Tyler, who gets deep. Bruh. Why is Mike Conley on the floor? I called it, and Tyler Hero just abused him. 2 massive buckets in the clutch for Hero over Mike Conley. It's not over, but the Timberwolves need a bucket, and they need one quick. They just burned their final timeout. Golden State trying to defend Donovan Mitchell. No, pretty good defense on Ant, not allowing the blow by. Edwards working in the 2-point range. Back out to Conley, a contested 3. Okay, well, you know, all right, maybe I need to stop hating on Mike Conley, the pride of the Ohio State University. Again, though, no timeouts, so as long as Donovan Mitchell hits both these free throws, 12 seconds left, 2K doesn't let teams execute properly in the clutch, so yeah, that's probably game. But we'll see. If the Timberwolves can move the ball quickly up court and shoot a 3, give the ball to Gobert. That's smart. Rudy over to Randall from the wing. He misses. And that's going to be game officially. All 4 in real life conference finalists have been eliminated. Mike Conley, sorry I was hating on you, brother, but you did play some pretty poor defense. Low key for the content, I would have been okay if Minnesota found a way because Ant had a stinker in game 7. If Minnesota had found a way, I would have just been in disbelief. Tyler Hero carries Golden State. Donovan Mitchell, Donovan's averaging 17 points. What? How is that even possible? I know this team is really balanced. Tyler Hero's their leading scorer. I mean, Donovan's playing 37 minutes a night. I mean, sure. They're just really balanced, like I said, and it worked for them, taking a game 7 against Minnesota. No disrespect to the other 2 game 7s we have on deck here, but I just want to get to the next round. So let's simulate through and see who comes out on top. It's Memphis with Anthony Davis and Trae Young. It's Detroit, who has, I of course remember, they really have Darius Garland coming off the bench, and they've won 2 series. I mean, yeah, all these matchups, these remaining 2 matchups, they're gonna feel super balanced because that's how a fantasy draft works, right? Like the teams are drafting with a similar mentality. I mean, who do I even like in this series? I think Memphis, Anthony Davis and Trae Young simulate a little bit better. I'm also predicting Miami wins the other series. We'll see. Memphis, Miami, they both go. No, Memphis wins. I was gonna say, okay, Miami is down a game. They are down 2 games. It's 2-1 on both sides. It's 3-1 Golden State. My prediction is cooked as the Warriors, in my opinion, slightly upset the Memphis Grizzlies. Tyler Hero is on a mission leading this team. Donovan Mitchell finally came to play. He's up to 18 points a game. I mean, fair enough. His team is dominant around him. But as far as 95 overalls go, I thought he would be better. Şengün, 15. He put up pretty good numbers. Trae Young, like I said, simulates like a beast. AD did his thing. Maybe this team just wasn't deep enough. I guess that's the case. On the other side of our bracket, Miami, I predicted they would win. Can they get the job done? No, it's a game 7. All right, we'll jump into this one. Miami, Detroit, who has won the Pistons 2 straight game 7s in this playoffs. They aren't gonna make it 3 in a row though. Now, Pistons fans, you can officially get mad at me. Why was Darius Garland coming off the bench? I don't know. Franz Wagner had 34 points on 20 free throw attempts. That's a really crazy stat line. Lillard and Giannis matching 31-point games. Giannis was amazing. As Bam wins West Finals MVP, filling up the stat sheet for Golden State. Giannis for the Miami Heat. I'm pretty sure I called this team being great at the outset. Wait a minute. I just realized I completely skated past Orlando losing in the second round. That was the Denver Nuggets East. Yeah, Jokic 33, 12, and 12. Oh, he was trying to carry. Jamal was good too. He had a really good supporting cast, but just couldn't get it done. Anyways, I didn't realize that sooner because, you know, I'm kind of an idiot. Let's go. Miami, Golden State, both teams with a lot of balance. Just looking at their starting lineups, I like the 390 pluses on Miami. I guess Golden State has that too, but Giannis, man, Giannis is the X factor. Donovan is not simulating like a superhero. So I'm putting my stamp. I think it's going to be the Miami Heat coming out on top of our new look 2025 playoffs. They take game 1 and 2, I believe, on the road. I think we're back in Miami. Doesn't matter. Golden State wins 2 in a row. Golden State wins 3 in a row. Are you kidding me, Giannis? Massive fumble of the bag incoming? Nah, that's actually crazy work. That's actually crazy work. I thought Miami was better. I predicted officially they would win. They come out, win 2 games in a row on their home court, by the way. I think. I'm still no, they won 2 games in Golden State. That makes it even worse. 2 games in a row they win on the road. They go back home and completely botch the series. Unless there's a miracle here. Haywood Highsmith for 3 misses. Nah, it's over. 4 losses in a row in the NBA Finals. Giannis, how could you do it to me? Oh my word, Donovan Mitchell just broke his ankles. No, did I say Haywood Highsmith? That's Jonathan Kuminga out there that Donovan just destroyed. Anyways, wow. What a finish to this game. Unfortunately, we did not get a trophy celebration, but there you go, Golden State fans. I'm sure in real life this would have happened too, you know, if Steph stayed healthy. No, let's be serious. It wouldn't have. Donovan Mitchell finally comes through. I was calling, wait a minute, 26, 5, and 6? Were those his finals numbers or his playoff numbers? Now I'm curious. Well done, Donovan. Either way. Okay, it was showing his NBA finals numbers. Donovan Mitchell lit it up, 27, 5, and 6. That's more what I was expecting. I guess he outplayed Giannis. For the playoffs, 20 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. With Hero, Porzingis, and Bam, how did they do that? They just drafted for complete balance, and it ends up working out. They march down, win a title. Let me see this actually. So Golden State was drafting 8th overall. So that means they must have picked Donovan in the first round. Yeah, and then just, I don't know. They just got crazy balance. Can I pause it and see? In the second round, they took Kristaps. Fair enough. Then they took, yeah, never mind. I'm not going to be able to figure anything out. Anyways, the Golden State Warriors drafted for balance. They took down the Minnesota Timberwolves. All 4 conference finalists were eliminated. I think that means this video was a success. If you enjoyed it, let me know down below. I had a lot of fun putting it together, even though it kind of took forever to build those fantasy draft rosters.